Hello everybody, this is the Shadows or the T.S.S. I'm gonna speak to you guys about Rec Room in the Hood, how do you survive, and tips how to get money faster, or like how to get guns upgraded and stuff. So give you like small tips because I'm not really a good explainer or a good person to explain things. You feel me and stuff. So I'm just gonna tell you some tips in the hood for the new people or the new players that really want to play it but they don't know how to do it. I'll show you some tips. Tip number one. Number one is that when you guys join Rec Room in the hood, you guys might spawn like different places and you're probably wondering where do you go from here or to now. So if you're in the parking lot at the gas station or something, right? All you need to do, right? Or other people, right? If you guys are confused, if you're at a gas station or the motel area or somewhere back at the houses or other places or streets in the middle, and you're probably figuring out where do you get the money or where do you get the stuff. So I'm gonna show you where do you get the money and all that stuff, and how I say it on Rec Room in the hood, right? You might probably wonder or ask people like, hey, where do you get the money in the hood, or where do you get cash to get guns? They're gonna tell you in a mission store, but I'll tell you about that in tip two. Tip one is about how do you get money, and the money is pretty much the one I'm looking at, the big house, the White House, right? So when you see a White House or like other White Houses where they have ATMs, you could go upstairs or something if you want to like do standard, or if you want to be like a pro, you could jump in the window too. That could work, or pillar, who knows. And then you will see this item or this ATM, which is called the cash, right? When you click on whatever device you got, Y or controllers or Nintendo players, whatever you guys got, you just click on that. And when you click on that, you'll get money. But you're probably wondering why I'm not getting the money. It's because I'm in a private server. That's why. But when you, whatever money you get or whatever things you get, it's either to $100, and when you get that, you get money on the bottom screen where it will say cash and stuff. And the other area, you're probably wondering what is hash. Well, that's tip number two, and I'm gonna explain you number two. Tip number two: how to get hash and how do you sell hash, and then go to animation store. So tip number two is like, if you really want to get money or like faster way to get guns, you go to these other houses or something like this house or this house behind like the White House at the side, or this house in the hood like behind the, it's like at the streets at the front, but if you go like behind the back, it's a rare chance to get a hash in there, so it depends. And there's another hash at the motel where I'll show you, or this motel area where you can see that box right there, and you're probably wondering, is that the hash? And yes, this is the hash. And you're probably wondering in the middle, what is that green stuff? Well, that green stuff is like a plant. I'm not gonna really describe it because you know how YouTube is. It's more like how I say, it's like a drug. That's all I'm gonna say. Just a drug. And some people in the older ages might know what I'm saying. In the other generation, they probably won't understand what I'm saying. But that's another tip of those hashes. Also, I'm gonna show you how to get guns or sell the hash. So let me show you how to sell the hash first. And this is the area how do you sell the hash or something. So this guy, right? If you're in the game of the hood, right? You will see this area say sell the dealer hash selling for $14, right? And you're probably wondering, is this what the dealer is gonna sell you with? No. So whenever the dealer or whatever you get from hash, it depends which one you have. Oh, and the thing that you saw in the text, if you don't have hash or if you don't have the whatever it is, the drugs, right? You pretty much can't really get any more. You can't get money pretty much. That's pretty much the example. And you're probably wondering, how do I actually get the money? Like I said at the last part before, saying all of the other stuff in the hash. But anyways, what I'm saying is that the people that really want to sell the hash or stuff, and the dealers, so for example, the dealer, right, has different types of hash. It depends how much hash or how much you got. Like if you got like 80, 90, or like 10, 8, or more numbers, or if you got lesser numbers. So I had a friend named Ananias, right? He told me in the hood about hash, right? A long time ago. He said that if you get lesser hash, you get lesser money. And if you get higher hash, right, you get higher money, like over 1,000, which is kind of worth it and stuff, for to get better and stronger weapons like the minigun, golden Draco, and golden AK, and golden Glock. But I'll go to tell you that later. I'm just telling you about some tips about it. And another thing about the dealer, the dealer's hash selling for $14, the number would change. If you ever get like $20, you're in good luck. But if you get over $19, same thing, good luck. $18, good luck. But in the other numbers is not really good luck. It's just there for the reasons. But I'm gonna tell you about tip number 3 about how do you get guns or ammunition stores. So let me take you there in 3, 2, 1. Voila, magic. All right, but for real, to be honest, so since this is tip number 3. So when you're at gas station or somewhere at motel or somewhere at the bunker, where I'll show you that later. So this is the intermission area for the starters, so like the beginners or the new players in the hood. And this is more like an example for like people that are new to the game before Rec Room shuts down in this month. I'm just giving the new players some tips. And then when you go in the gun store right here, right, you press enter. Whatever you guys controllers have, if you guys got like a Nintendo Switch controller, which I have, you press Y. Same thing with your other Joy-Cons, especially other controllers, right? And then for the people that have like $100 or something, they will get like original Glock 19 or 17. And it's kind of worth it because not only you're not in danger, but you also got something you can fire back from people that were shooting at you or killing you, right? And I also tested how good is the gun for headshots. So I literally tested it on somebody, which was my second account, right, on Rec Room. And I counted 3 shots on the person, like 3 bullets headshotting the person on the hood, right, and they died, or 4, I think. And then the other rounds, it took like 5 or 6 bullets to take down somebody in the hood. And then there's these other guns I'm gonna tell you about, which is the Glock of the suppressor. I forgot how much money it cost, but if I remember, it was either $250 or $350. I didn't remember how much it costs, but the gun costs like that. It's just the same thing with the Glock 17 or maybe 19, right? And it's just like a suppressor with a different sound, and that's it. Still same thing with the Glock. And then I'm gonna tell you about the extended one. Okay, so this is the extended one, which is a Glock 17 or 19 with a laser sight. laser sight or a static magazine. It's literally the same thing like the Glock 18 and wait, no, not Glock 18. Same thing with the Glock 17 with the 19. I'm not sure what brand it is, but I think it is. And it's just the same thing, but more ammunition and more bullets to fight back from enemies with rifles or other stuff. And this is the best part where I'm gonna tell you, which is my favorite gun in the list. This is the Magnum, or you could call it revolver. So this gun in the hood, right? You guys are gonna love it. It costs like 1,500 if people want it, and they're just having a hard time to choose AR or this gun. Bro, this gun is the most best gun you could ever have against people. Why do I say it? Is because one, when you headshot somebody, they're just dead in one bullet. Just one bullet, like the Desert Eagle. One single bullet and you're dead. And what about the health bar for the body shot? So when you get shot in the chest or anywhere in your body, right? It takes away like half of your health bar, right? And if you like run away or like stand still, same thing, you get hit another bar and you're dead. It's a chance, it's like a 50% chance you'll be dead, or it takes 3 shots to take you down and with the Magnum and Deagle and you're dead. And then that's the best gun I could probably give for the new people or the new players or anyone that really wants something professional. That's the gun I recommend. And then I'm going to tell you about the ARs. So this is either, I can't tell if this is an M4A1 or this is an AR-15. So this rifle, right, it's like 1,500 if I remember. Yeah, so this gun is also useful too for like long range and other stuff. But when you get closer range too, you can eliminate a target if they're trying to kill you from a 1v1 situation or like a whole group, right? And another thing in the hood is that when you're in a situation, if you're with your friends, the homies, or the gang, whatever it's called, or just you solo, this gun is also useful in case like in situations like if you're getting surrounded, you could use this gun to defend yourself and stuff. I think it has like a 30 round mag. It's just like the same thing like the pistol, like 3 headshots or 4 headshots to take down an enemy, and the enemy you just literally just go full auto mode just to take them out pretty much. And I'm gonna tell you about the other one, which is my favorite one too. So this is the upgrade version of the AR-15 or the M4A1. I could be wrong about it. So this gun is also a favorite of mine because I think this gun carries like 50 or 40 rounds. It's like a drum mag with a red dot sight with a laser and a suppressor, and it sounds so beautiful, and it sounds like a suppressor like the Glock 17 or 19, and it's pretty worth it against enemies that are going close contact or far contact from you. You could literally kill, in my guess, a lot of people if you're really good with the gun or just bad at the gun. But I'll give you some tips for the people with bad aiming skills. So if you're either like shooting somebody or someone and you're having problems how to aim, you just click on, this is the area in the controller in case you want to like, aim for your guns. Like this, for example, for the Nintendo Switch players or like a different controllers in the hood, right? And then what's it called, or other situations. And if you're, I forgot to tell you this, for the people that have bad aiming skills or something, if you're like shooting somebody and your gun is like aiming at them but it's like full auto or automatic, try to lift your gun up or like move it around to get better aiming skills or better angle skills to kill them like permanently or immediately, in case like shit hits the fan or things get wrong. That's what you need to do. But also, I'm gonna show you some other tips about the other guns, you feel me? So let me get to the motel and show you the other guns. So in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is the area of the motel, right? Where these are the guns where they sell, like, what's it called? 19mm handgun pistols. They have like 7 rounds for these pistols. They're not really useful, but a lot of people love these guns because they do higher damage, and it's true about the guns. They are not wrong about the guns. If you have like a full auto clicker or like those other people that loves double tapping, this is a gun recommend you. In case you want to like run around, play Call of Duty style in this game, this is the game I recommend you to play. But also be careful what you do, because there's hackers and stuff. And if you don't really like hackers and you just want to play with your friends normally in the hood, you could create a private server if you want and just mess around there. It's up to you and stuff. Also, this is a 19mm handgun with a suppressor. Same thing like I just showed. Same pistol. Same thing like I have. It's alright, useful and stuff. It's not really the best, but it is very useful with headshotting or for people that love full auto clickers or double triggering, like double tap. You just do that and you just have so much fun with this. I recommend for the double tappers or speed loaders, whatever they're called. Then there's the AK-47. If I think I remember, either it costs 1,500. I think, yeah, it is. So the AK-47 is also useful in size, but it also helps you. It's just how I say it. It's just the same thing like the AR-15 I just explained you, but with different skills and stuff, and just have AK-47 rounds and bullets. And the magazine, you're probably wondering, or how much rounds it holds. It holds like 30 rounds, but I'm not sure. If anybody wants to test it on Rec Room, just type it in the comment section and just tell me what it is. 'Cause I was not for firm. I remember counting it, but I didn't record it. How much bullet it was. Anyway, so I was gonna talk about this gun right here, which is my also favorite gun, a gun that I love to recommend for people. So this is the Desert Eagle, same thing like the Magnum, but with 7 rounds and 7 bullets, like a magazine. And dude, it's so useful for headshotting people in far range and close range. It depends how good you're aiming or you're skilled at, and it's so useful for people that want to go hand in hand combat skills or like far range snipers. So if anybody's good with sniper shooting or just close range or just go on crazy mode like a menace, you could probably use this one. I recommend. Same thing with the Magnum. Now the fun part. I don't know, I could be wrong about the gun money part. I don't know if this one cost, well, I know this one costs 2,000. I forgot this one. I think it's 2,500 or 3,500 with the suppressor Magnum. The one that with the M4A1. I could be wrong for the A1 for the money part. Well, this is the gun, that suppressor. Favorite one of mine's, in case of people wanna, look Mr. Badass or look all Takano and stuff. I recommend you this one. I think this one has like 40 bullets or 40 bullets or maybe 50 bullets, but I'm not sure because it is an extended magazine. It could be 30 rounds. I don't know. I could be wrong. And then there's the Draco, which is also a favorite one. And then this is the like Draco or something. It's also a good gun for people for close range and stuff. Like in case like if someone wants to like kill you that fast or that mad, rage, making you rage quit, whatever is it called, you could use this Draco for close range. It is really bad when you're using far range with full auto because it would just go up or like down. It will make your gun look bad. But if you go close range and go near them with full auto, they will just be dead or obliterated and stuff. Also, everybody, I'm gonna tell you about the other guns, which is the gold tiers, the ones that you're gonna love. And these are the gold tier golden guns. This is the Glock 18 with a golden Glock skin with a I think it's a golden laser, but I think it's a yellow laser with a drum mag. I think this drum mag has 50 rounds, and it's so useful because you could go full auto instead of like tapping like the original Glock with a Stanek magazine. You can literally just go full auto like this, literally like that. And if you want to go like real crazy, this is what it does, like that. So that's what it is for the golden Glock and stuff. And then the other one is also my other favorite one. I don't know if I could be wrong about the AKs because I'm not really those type of people with gun and stuff. I'm not like the person that's good with guns. I mean, I have favorite guns and stuff, but whatever. Let's get to the point. This is either a golden AK-47 or AKM, and it literally has a grip, a suppressor, a stock that looks, I forgot what the stock name is. It has that too, and it looks clean, and it's good for far range in case of people want to shoot you far. And this gold AK, I forgot to tell you about the golden Glock damage. It does really high damage, and when you kill like a whole squad, like 6 or like 5 people, you could kill multiple. And if you're really smart with your skills or smart with killing like the whole server with your skills in combat, you could probably take down like everybody. But it depends how skilled you are or how good you are, because there is a lot of good players, but there's a lot of exploiters and stuff, because you know how they are. They just love to cheat and stuff, and it's not cool. But if you go against a pro and stuff, it will be an interesting battle between you and him or her, whatever it is. But that's what I'm telling you about, and I'm gonna switch it to the Draco, which is literally the same thing like the Draco, but a golden Draco. And it's useful, but for close range to shoot people and dead, like getting them dead in close range. But it's not useful for far range because it's the same thing like the other Draco, but it has no recoil, and it's useful, but you have to reload. And then this is my other favorite in the line, which is a minigun, or you could call it the M134, which is a minigun Turk. But I like to call it a minigun because 1, it doesn't have recoil, and 2, you could glitch this gun to like no recoil or silence, and you could just go full auto, shoot everybody, and you don't need a reload because you could just spam that and literally just kill like half of everybody. It depends how skilled you are and how good you are and stuff. But yeah, that's the tips. Tip 3 for the guns and ammunition store, and tip number 4 I'm gonna give you guys. Tip number 4 is that when you see cars around and stuff, and you're probably wondering what are these cars are for in the hood, for the new beginners and the new players. So these cars in the hood are for like if people want to like help their friends, or get money faster, or be silly or run over a lot of people, but you'll get shot at or boat kicked it a lot, or testing how skilled you are at drive-bying people in the hood. This is like the car for you for trolls or other people that want to mess around until you get hacked in the hood. It depends because PC hackers would obviously hack. Phone, it depends. And whatever device you got. But for example, for these blue cars, so I used these cars before and the friend groups when the switch players and blah blah blah. We would be using these cars like drive around, mess around, and shoot people or seek justice and stuff. And then for the people with pro controls, you could press A like the drift stuff, like hold the brakes and stuff. And then you could use your controller, which I'm doing right now. Just drive around. Oops, I crashed. And if you want to back, you could just do this. And then this area, this is the side. The move sides, this also. Drive forward. And then this is the area you want to back forward. And then this is the area you want to like. If you see a controller that's like has the A button, it's literally. So think about it as this. Imagine I want to use my A button, right? And I see drift. You drift like that, and it'll literally give you that drift skill. I messed up my drift. But you click on the A or just hold A, and you could drift around, hit a lot of people, or just mess around, or dodge bullets from a Deagle or a Magnum in case you try to get headshotted and stuff. And if you want to, like, mess around with the car, you can. But if you go on public servers, I'm just gonna give you one tip for people not to get hacked or book kicked it. Just be careful who you're messing with in the hood, because one, I had a homie that was doing something like that and he got book kicked it for no reason, because a lot of people were mad at him because they were running him over or something like that. I don't know. And then there was the other person, right? I remember in the hood. It wasn't a friend, but it was like somebody else. I remember seeing like people in friend groups bill kicking people because, they get annoyed and stuff, which, I can't really blame them, but also, you could just get on the houses or get on the rooftop. Oh crap, my battery's low and stuff. That's tips right there. I don't even know and tips and stuff. And you're probably guys wondering what the heck just happened at the end about my Switch. I guess my Switch just overheated automatically. I didn't even notice that until I just realized my Switch was burning in the back. Jesus Christ, I'm not gonna lie to you. That Switch burned the crap of my legs. I can't even feel my legs. My legs just feel like burn of Krabby Patties. For me, whatever it's called. But I'm using my second account and stuff, just saying hello to you guys. But my second account doesn't really have good guns and stuff, just to give you guys tips about it. But also, just to be proving my rights and stuff, if I go into the hood, yeah, to the hood, right? So this is really what it sees. When you guys are new players or like newbies in the game and you really want to get new guns, this is what it's gonna show you. So it's gonna say 11911, but I like to call it the M1911 handgun millimeter, whatever it's called. Literally just says it, $100 and stuff. And then when you go here to the suppressor, it literally says it. Okay, so I was wrong about the silencer. It was $300 and stuff. So that's what it looks like for the new players and other players and stuff. I wasn't checking, so let's see. Deagle, yeah, I was right. See, that's what the Deagle costs and stuff, to show you proof. And then If I can, yeah, jump. Why did I make that silly sound? If you go to the AK-47, yeah, same thing with the Deagle and literally AR-15. What about you? Super. Damn, $3,000. Damn. God damn. $3,000. Damn. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that in the views, but damn, 3,000. I remember it cost like 250. What? Okay, whatever. Apologize for the viewers. And then yeah, Draco's $2,000. So I was right. 2,000. Yeah, goes blur, whatever. Bah, bah, bah. I'm gonna go to the other intermission store where the ARs and stuff. So give me in a minute. In 3, 2, 1. Same thing when I was talking about the Glock. So this is literally what people are gonna see. So 16 shots for a clip for a Glock. I'm gonna call it Glock 17 or 19 because it would make sense. Silencer, same thing. Like I said for the people in Rec Room. Okay, so I was wrong about the shots. So they called 33 shots. 600? Damn. I remember back in the old the hood days, I remember it was like 750. They put the price down. Damn, it's kind of sad for the players that was like in the old days in the hood like me. Like, why, man? You should have put the price down. We couldn't got the guns easier. Come on, man. What the heck? Alright, well, this is what also the Magnum would be for the people. 6 shots for the Magnum. So I was right about the Magnum stuff. You feel me? Sorry about that. So this should be okay. So I was right. It's an AR-15, 30 rounds for a clip. Nice. Then this is the gun. We got AR. 50 shots and 30. Wait, no, not 30. 3K. Damn. Sorry about that, viewers or subscribers. I literally had to say that, but damn, I was not expecting that and stuff. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Let me get to the bunker in 3, 2, 1. So this is the Golden Glock 18, which is everybody's favorite in the hoods or the YNs, and it literally holds. I was right, 50 rounds, 10K, bro. I remember in the hood, the hood. I remember it was 15K. So if you guys are wondering about what do you mean 15K? So back in the days when it was like 2020, 22 or something, when everybody started joining Rec Room because it was cool and stuff, I joined it too. I remember in the old days when me and my friends and the homies, right? The money right here that you see right here, I guess they changed the money to what's it called? It was literally 15K to now 10K. So for the viewers that were in Rec Room in the hood in the old days, they probably will remember it was 15K until Rec Room is shutting down this month, which is now 10K, which is understandable for the people in the hood. I was kind of mad because, I wasted so much money for what? I should have saved it. So whatever I'm talking about, that's literally what I'm saying for the the new people. They're wondering. This is the golden AK. Yeah, literally says 25K and stuff. Pretty useful for long range. And Draco, yeah, 35K. And then I think minigun's 50K, yeah. So that's what the minigun is and stuff for the people that want to know and she. And yeah, that's some tips. I don't even think these are tips. I think I think this is just more like this is more like a lesson I'm giving. I don't even think this is tips, guys, in the YouTube channel. The people that are watching in the views and stuff, I don't even think these are tips. I think these are just like explanations or examples how to survive and stuff in the hood and stuff. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for the people that are watching this. So everybody that was watching this stuff. Oh, and shout out to Willow that tried to join the hood for the video because he really wanted to be in there, but sadly my switch overheated and crashed, and I think my battery is low, so I'm gonna have to charge it up. But shout out to this friend of mine. Let me show his account. Shout out to Willow that tried to be in the YouTube video in the hood. I think he wanted to be there to say hello to everybody, but sadly my switch overheated heated. So shout out to him and shout out to the Shadows community in the hood of Rec Room and all the people that been there with me and everybody else, especially the 2PMs, the POA, little bit of Bloodhounds, Death Squad, and the Shadow, our gang again, the Shadows again. I don't even know what I'm saying. And the Shadow Special Forces, or I like to call it Special Operators. Shout outs to them, and yeah, and also the High Command. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Thank you for everybody for watching this and listening. Don't even question about what I said. Damn! I don't even know what was going on over there. I was acting kind of crazy over there. That was kind of funny though. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for the people out there that been there with me and the person that wanted to be in there in the YouTube channel. I'm just gonna give him a shout out for there. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. God bless you guys. God bless your families. God bless my friends. God bless for the person that shout out. God bless myself, my families, yourself, and God bless your pets. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. And yeah, when Rec Room shuts down, I'm gonna probably cry, but who knows? That's all I'm gonna say. And yeah, God bless. Goodbye. Good night. Have a great day. Have a great life. Have a great vacation. Whatever you got. Have the greatest, best days in your lives. I don't know what I'm saying. So yeah. Peace.